Hi, welcome to the live and replay. We'll just let everybody join. Hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. I have some time today and it's such a chill day. I thought I'm just going to see how everybody is and come on alive. Why not? So happy to be here. It's Friday. It's been a really interesting week. So I hope you all are doing well. I'm currently in Texas and we have a winter storm coming through. So it went from 70 degrees to 30 overnight. It was just wild. So it was like, oh my gosh, we're all staying in and staying warm. And I've lived with snow, I've lived in the mountains, and you just acclimate after you get in these warmer locations. So it feels so cold. You can probably relate if you've gone from one extreme to the other. But yeah, so I was thinking about going on Raise the Vibe Tribe Live, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to come over here first. So maybe I'll do like 30 minutes here and then go to Raise the Vibe Tribe. I haven't done a live on there in the longest time. So if you hear the noise, my cat's trying to get in. Everybody wants to be inside where it's warm today. But it's so nice to connect. So where's everybody from? And as you're sharing your locations and your messages here, I'll just share if this is our first time. Hi, my name is Amy Sikarskie. And I'm an intuitive channel. I'm a nurse, a hypnotherapist. I like to come on and just, chat with everybody, do some readings or answer questions and kind of see what the temperature is of the collective and where we're all flowing. So let the cat in, Vincent. I know, well, he's in. He just wants in my office, but he's in the house. So they just keep going in and out, in and out. They're so funny. They're like little kids. Arizona, Virginia Beach, Pennsylvania, hi, hello, California, Atlanta, England, oh hi, England and Ireland, it's so awesome. I love that we can all connect. Yes, spiritual roots, 70s today, oh okay, but 30s 2 days ago, oh my gosh, yeah, this weather needs to make up its mind. Oh, California, Australia, Vancouver, so nice that you all are here. I thought what I would do is just kind of flow with some information that's coming through. And when I go on social, I don't know about you all, it's hard for me to like flip through everybody's feeds and just absorb all the energy. So I don't really catch up on like what else is being reported or other readings and what's going out there, except for I did pop on to listen to Blue Oracle Rose, I think that's her handle, last night, and it was amazing. And I felt so much comfort from the information because I was like, wow, that's what I'm going through too. So I thought I'd share a little bit about just what's been going on in the energy world. And I do readings throughout the week and energy sessions, and I've been seeing themes and patterns. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that and then take some questions. I think that would be really nice, something fun to do today while I'm chilling here at home. So let's see. Yeah, maybe we can do some a general energy reading. Aw, Root, you're saying, can I do a general energy reading that you're so depressed? I'll see what flows through. I'm just going to kind of tune in and let it stream. So streaming is a form of channeling where you connect in with whatever frequency. So I like to work with the archangels, my guides, and higher self, and then see what's going on for the collective, because that's kind of why, like, my life mission in this lifetime, so to work with people. And streaming, when that happens, it just comes out really quickly. If you've met me, I'm quiet, I talk slow. When the energy comes in, I start to get a little bit more loud and fast-paced with my wording. So yeah, let's do a little reading. I did come on earlier this week, if you want to catch that replay, with a February recap. And in just like a blip, what I can share is there's a heart expansion for giving and receiving love. We're going through that kind of an upgrade right now. So here, this information is coming in right now. So in that experience, you have the ebb and the flow, the expansion and contraction. There's always moments that we go within for integration, for letting the energy center and absorb in our system. So what also happens prior to that is we can have these introspective, quiet moments where things are releasing. And it's somewhat of a reset. We have major resets in life, and then we have ones that are tiny, but they flow throughout the week or the month. And if you work with the archangels, Archangel Jeremiel is a great archangel to work with for life reviews, the resetting, the integration of the knowledge or the wisdom, the energetic experience before you hit the next chapter. So right now we're in this influx, and it kind of has been wobbly. Within the space of 1 week, you can have one day that's really high frequency, like you're so energized, you can't wait to do your projects, the world is amazing, the sun is shining, and then the next day it's like, oh, wait a minute, I just feel like I need to rest, I need to be, I need to relax. And so that's your integration moment. Things right now on Earth are different, and you've probably noticed that, but there's a lot of light codes coming in and new frequencies that are trying to get into our dimension. So these frequencies hit these bands of frequencies around the Earth, and they come in, and as they're doing that, sometimes it can feel a little, well, not smooth. It can be a little wobbly. So you'll have days like that. What they're talking about right now is when you start to work with your energetic body and your energetic system, you can start to find this balanced state, homeostasis, I'm hearing, state of homeostasis. So you might feel your energy a little wobbly, and to counteract that or to support it, breathe into your body and into your heart center. And I do the hand, motions because it really helps you to bring your attention there, to connect. And you can do multiple chakras. And then also, if you put your hands palm down on your legs, you can ground with your tailbone, bring your energy down your legs and your feet into the earth, and then breathe. And as you're breathing, just breathe naturally for a few times, and then visualize a connection with earth energy, Mother Earth energy, that you're connecting. And as you breathe up, you're letting that energy come up, like you're drinking it up your legs like a straw. And so that will hold you in this content space where your energy will start to center in, and then everything around in the aura, whatever might have been wobbling and rippling, will calm, smooth, and center. And then often you'll find that everything will shift in your reality, because if you were judging yourself that day, if you've had thoughts that maybe you should be doing more, or you aren't enough, whatever it might be, that will soon fade away, because in this still quiet moment you're going to find a sense of peace. And then that sense of peace is when you'll be able to feel and hear messages from your soul, your guides, spirit, God, the energy of love. And that will let you know, hey, we're all okay. There's so much programming in our world to do and to be the best, and to do the best, and always be busy and always be active, that sometimes we forget the importance of being just still and quiet. So in those integrative days, we sit with that. And sometimes it's peaceful and enjoyable, and other times it's opportunities for healing and work. And how do you know the difference? Well, you can kind of feel your sense of, if it's physical, do you feel energized and relaxed? Or are you just completely exhausted? So there's a difference physically, but emotionally, and the energetic aspect of spirit energy, which is part of the aura, the chakras, and emotionally, if you do feel depressed, there can be a reason for that. So you let the energy out, let it flow. If you can name it, that helps to recognize it and say, hey, thanks, I feel you, and you can let it flow and release. So I like to journal, you can sing, find a good song to let it out, but also breathe through it and ask what it is, ask if it's yours, and how to move through it. So over the years, we've been doing a lot of ancestral karma DNA cleansing. They're saying there's another little wave of it coming through right now. So depending on your journey and development with working with ancestral energies, you may have cleared a bunch of it out in the past, or it might be something new that's just now getting stirred and kicked up in your family line. So that's something also. We don't always know where the strength and the source of the frequency is initiated. So like if I had something happen in my life that made me sad, I might feel a million times sadder than I really should have, and my brain will say, why? What is this? It makes no sense. If you have experiences like that, that's when you tap into, okay, maybe this is ancestral, maybe this is past life, maybe it's collective. So it helps you to be able to work with it in a different way, like a different approach with more of an awareness. But what I was wanting to share in all of that is no judgment. And even if it is yours, there's no judgment. We're like all doing the best we can in this reality. So honor your moments, honor your days. Don't feel discouraged. Don't feel like there has to be labels or that you have to achieve certain goals like all in one day. It's a broad experience where it can take time. And so I am going to let my cat in because he is relentless. So hold on. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if it picks up, but he's looking at me. My office door is glass, so he's making eye contact with me. He's like, you better let me in. So 1 second. Come on. Okay. He's such a stinker. Hi, everyone. So that kind of broke my flow for a minute, but I had to get it all out. And you can probably hear him meowing now. He just wants attention. They're so bored. He's 8. He's had loves. He's been outside. He's back indoors. Yeah, he wants to be a part of the energy and the live. Literally, it won't surprise me if he jumps on my lap or starts walking behind me. So you might get he might have a cameo. But he's sweet. You can definitely hear him. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yeah, he has a lot to say. I don't think he likes this energy outside or the weather. It's gloomy. But so he wants to be in with everybody where all the energy is high vibe. But yeah, so the thing I wanted to share was just the message coming through is that we're kind of regulating. And for me, the last year was so intense in a positive, good way, like so much happening. But my schedule was so full. I mean, I was working day and night. I'm not even joking. So around the clock. So now I've made a conscious intention to scale back a little bit, slow down. Like, how about one project at a time? That kind of a thing. So what I noticed in that process was that my nervous system had a really hard time understanding what was happening. My adrenaline was just like on high alert the whole time. And so now I'm just sharing this because y'all might relate, but I feel that we're kind of experiencing something similar because when you have those integration days, it can really be a challenge where we're like, oh, am I supposed to be doing more? Like, am I forgetting something? Am I missing something? And so the message that's been coming through this week is it's okay. In fact, it's more of a supportive experience for your holistic health, your whole energy experience, your physical experience, if you take the time for self-care. And that's a huge part of self-care. Just breathe, just relax, read a book, listen to music, try a new recipe, call a friend, whatever it might be. So I wanted to share that because that's been strong, really strong in my life. But I've also seen it and heard through conversations with friends where they're feeling it too. And super important. So another topic message that came through earlier today was about, okay, so we're talking right now the integration in our personal life. And what does that mean? So when we integrate, it means that you've cleared something out and you've pulled more light in. And now what we're doing is letting our energy field stabilize. We're letting our chakras feel comfortable and safe. When we process some trauma, the chakras can be on high alert. So in integration, they're calming, and it's a great time to talk to yourself, positive affirmations, and a lot of just self-care and being really gentle with yourself. But we have the integration experience for the physical body also, where all of that new light is absorbing in and systematically through all aspects of your being, physical and energy, which is everything, you're going to find that you can hold a higher frequency and also more of it. So higher quality and quantity. And when we think about it, what is the purpose of that? Why on earth right now is that happening? Well, we're always evolving. But right now it seems to be that in this time on earth, it's enhanced, it's advanced, it's more intense. And of course, it's so that we can shift into a new, I'm hearing freedom. They're saying you're shifting into freedom. So perfect. A higher vibration, which is all forms of freedom and truth and sovereignty. And what does that mean to you? And it's a space where we're going to allow everybody, they're saying, to express their authenticity and their truth, because this vision, the name, where we are, everything is just like a role that we're playing, a persona. We're light, we're source, spirit, that's what we are. So here we are in this experience. And by holding that light, we're able to hold space in the whole collective field. So that's the message that came through today, is self-care so that you can integrate and take the time for you so that then you can be there for others, whatever that might look like, whether that is one-on-one, group settings, or for the whole collective. Because there are so many of us that's our purpose and mission. And we might not, you might not come on social, you might not talk about it, you might not do videos, but you're a huge part of it. Like, we connect in the higher realms, in the ether and spirit, and we're all working together. We're all holding a frequency of light, of love, of peace. And you can notice, I'm hearing them talk, you can notate it in your mind, what it's about, but essentially you're going to be it, because you'll feel it in your heart, and then it becomes your vibration. And your unique essence with that vibration is this signature that you put out. So we're creating the future, if you want to say. We're manifesting the new world, the new earth energy, the new frequencies. And I was talking to my friend Leanne today. We were talking about when we went to Mount Shasta for a retreat that she and I hosted last summer. And it was so encouraging and so supporting, and just something that I'll never forget, because there was so much to it, many synchronicities. But being there in that time, it was a new moon after this really pretty snowstorm in June. It was wild. And what we noticed was on the mountain, it felt where there were multiple dimensions very close. Like, you could talk to spirit, and other realms were there. So it was like the one time in my life that I can remember where it felt like heaven on earth for real. And it gave me this feeling of hope. I was like, oh my God, if I can feel this peaceful in the physical body, in this reality, this is only a taste of where it's going to go. And not only that, like, if anybody was concerned about the afterlife, it felt amazing, that experience. So that's only like just barely scratching the surface. And so what I encourage you is just to know that frequency of love and peace and what you feel in your heart, it's a calling card for the future. It's a part of your mission, what you're here to hold. And the light codes that are coming in are divine, and they're perfectly aligning in divine timing to come in for you. And so in that, you might find that things are clearing out. You might find that you're called to make a choice. Your timelines might split. What path do you want to take? And some of it might be challenging, like stepping into your truth in a society or a community. Maybe your friend group doesn't relate, but you can step into your truth, and you can do so in a really pure heart space way. And that's what it's all about, is holding that energy. So, okay, well, thank you for letting me share these messages that I've just really been experiencing and have been coming through. I mean, there's so much more to share, but I want to check the comments, because I briefly mentioned it a couple of days ago, but on the replay, it didn't make sense. After we save the lives, all of the comments disappear. And so I'm talking the whole time, and then I'm like, I'm sure I missed something. So give me just a moment. I am just going to kind of scroll up and check on the comments, because, yeah, I want to connect too. So, thanks, everyone. Vincent, you've, increased your protein powder. It's worked wonders on your body and my yeah, don't forget the like taking care of the physical body as well is so important. Thank you, Vincent. Holly, little reading, you're low. I might flow into readings in a moment. Yeah, I think today is one of those days. And you might be feeling into the collective. It's one of those days where it's kind of that integration day experience. You're welcome, Rue. Okay. You would love the cameo of the cat. I know, he's under my desk. He's so funny. Okay, so let me see what else. And okay, so if you have any questions, I'll try and like maybe read some questions that would help the whole group and those watching the replay first, and then I can flow into some personal questions. But at the bottom, aside from the comment box, you should see a little question mark symbol. And if you put your question in there, it just helps me to stay organized so I'm not scrolling through. Yeah. Oh, Susan, you're saying that when you're scaling back, it's similar to when we retire from jobs. I could imagine. I was actually thinking of that. I'm like, I don't know if I can ever fully retire. I definitely will need something to do. I just, like balance for sure, but definitely something to do. Oh, Nadia, you found the question box. Awesome. Oh, and you're excited for my book to come. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's like last year. Oh, wow. It's just been so amazing. But that's one of my big projects I was working on, was writing my latest book, which if you haven't heard, I'll share it. It's right here. And it's called The Ultimate Guide to Channeling. I'm covering my whole face. So here you see it. The Ultimate Guide to Channeling. And this book comes out on Tuesday in the States and Australia, and all of you lucky ones, it's already out in the UK and Canada. So it's really cool to hear that you guys already have it, and I'm just excited to share it with you. So it helps you step by step walk through what is channeling, and starting, at the basic level, which we all already do. So just sharing that with you, and then going through exercises to help you increase your intuition, your clair senses, and connect in and feel. So you feel like there's guidelines. So if you're wondering, is this safe? Is this the right way to do it? Who am I speaking with? We talk about all of that and more. So yeah, it'll be out on Tuesday. I'm so excited to share it with y'all. And if you did pre-order, if you're going to pre-order before Tuesday, be sure to send me a copy of your order, and then you get a free meditation to prepare you for channeling. It's the energy clearing one that's channeled with really good, like the energy that came in for that was so supportive to help. It's there to guide you through your steps to prep. So it's a deep cleanse, and it's activating the energy centers for your connection to spirit, so you can work with your clair senses. And then also a Zoom. I'm going to do a live Zoom with everyone about channeling, which could be fun. I tried to do the most advanced kind of channeling here on Instagram a few months ago, and it shut down. The app shut down on me and it deleted. So the energy must have been really strong. I don't really know what was that, that's what I felt. But and then there's 2 drawings for a session with me and then a class at the school. So just to let you know, the link's in my bio if you're interested. Oh yeah, Mandala Hoops, hi! So you have the book. Oh, I'm so glad. I received your book in the UK, love it. It's so informative. Thank you for knowledge and guidance. You're welcome. You're welcome. Where can we buy your book? It's wherever books are sold. So online or the big retail shops. I'm not sure what country you're in. Amazon is kind of like the place, but you can find it anywhere else. And if you go to the link in my bio, it will take you over, and it'll also take you to your country. I hyperlinked all the different countries that were available when I built the website. But I think if you go to a different country, it'll pop you over to where you should be. So right now it's also on Kindle and Apple books. And I just have to share. I didn't even know Apple had a book option. That's just me, through iTunes. But it's kind of cool because the features in that reader is a little different than Kindle. I almost like it a little bit more, which is funny. But just, a little heads up there. So, thanks, Holly. Oh, it's awesome. Thanks, everyone. So exciting. So exciting. Okay, a day of reading for you tomorrow. Yeah, today I was like, today's a good day for reading for me too, because it's so gloomy out. But then I thought, nah, I'm gonna come on and see how everybody is. Let's connect with community for sure. So I'm popping down to the box here. Okay. All right, I think some of them came out of order. Okay. Okay, let me find if there's one that would help. You guys are so cute. If there's any questions that would be for like the collective, and then I'll flow into personal ones. So far, it's looking like they're personal. So, okay, I think we did a nice little overview for collective. Ash Archita Stone. I've been feeling so out of place with my spiritual group. I'm really wishing to understand what it is, or understand what is, and then it deleted. Or that's the end of it. I think you could all fit in there. Let me see. But that's okay. I think I get the idea. Let me tune in for you. So if it's your first time working with me, right now I'm doing claircognitive energy transmission messaging. So I work with my guides and then a group called the Council of Light, high vibrational light beings, so far up there in dimension, and then the archangels. So that's where my information comes through. And sometimes I'll lift my consciousness up and out of this reality, and then the easiest way to explain it is like remote viewing. Then I remote view and I look down, and when I do that, I see energy. So I read a lot of energy. That's how I'm getting the information. So if you're wondering, I was always curious when I was learning about this. How do they do that? What's happening? So that's where it's coming from. So your spiritual community, it's like a small little shift, like a little earthquake kind of picture that I'm seeing. And there's a shift in consciousness, in energy and direct growth. So some in your community are being called to go into a space, talking from spirit state, like a place on earth, an energetic frequency, to help a certain collective and group and learn about it. They're learning about it now, so they might be drawn into another stream of consciousness, and other frequency vibration, just like a river. There they go, they float on that way, and then your thoughts and desires might take you the other way. But ultimately, you all will meet up with new friends and new support systems that will help you there. There's absolutely no judgment, because in our life we have different paths. One thing in the book I talk about is you have your life mission, which is the general overview, and then you have your life path. And in this creative state, we can pick our path. At any moment, you can choose where you want to go. So ultimately, those paths will all support the mission. So there's no judgment. It's all a part of it, and you might connect up again in the future. The part that Metatron's telling me, Archangel Metatron, is there's a loneliness there. There's a feeling of, oh my God, I'm losing friends. What's wrong with me? You know, this kind of feeling where we start to think, because we innately are community beings. We want to feel love. We want to share love. We want to be unified and feel that place of acceptance and love. So much in our society, it's been a lot of fighting and objectifying and blaming and separation. So our consciousness, the human part, sometimes goes right to that. Well, something must be wrong with me, or what's wrong with them? And there's nothing that's not like that. There's no judgment. You're flowing in your own divine frequency path, and then you might meet up again. But for that loneliness, enriching activities is what I'm hearing. A lot of positive affirmations. Maybe you're going to make some new friends. Maybe there are still some friends you can talk to. I always like to keep the happy parts in my heart. You know, if I feel like, oh, that ended sour. Wow, what in the world? But that's okay. I'm going to go back to when it was good, because that was the light of the being that I had that relationship with. So if you have any of that. And they're saying it's just going to be a gentle flow. Honestly, I keep seeing 3 weeks is a transition, and so I think that might be for you. And you might feel lost, you might feel abandoned, you might feel the vibration of fear and afraid come up. So work with your heart and work with your root chakra to help you feel the frequency of love. We have so much love around us. You can read a good book that talks about spirituality and love and support. I like the past life books too because they talk about the spirit realm. So there's a lot of them out there, but Michael Newton and Brian Weiss. And I like the angel books. I just like the books like that kind of bring in the positive vibes, and then you can listen to a really high vibrational sound, playlist or something. But this is about self-care, so helping yourself to get through it. And they keep stressing nothing's wrong with you or your friends. The communities are shifting because we are stepping into a new calling. And so just know that that's what it is. And then be happy. Like, that's Archangel Jeremiel, to take the wisdom and understand the purpose for the time that you had together. Those contracts are ending. In spirit state, we agree to things like, oh, we're going to meet, we're going to support each other through this period of time. And then when it comes to a close, you take all that wealth and that goodness and that wisdom with you, and you're going to now go into new experiences and be able to share it with others and learn new things from others. So that's what they're saying. And they're not discounting any of the emotion of it. They just want to encourage you and let you know that you're loved, and it will all flow out beautifully. So Erica's saying, is this why I feel lost and alone? I think so. I mean, I honestly feel like a lot of us are going through that. And it's happened in stages, over the past couple of years. It's also an opportunity, though, to really reach to your heart and your soul, and to connect more with your guides and feel love and validation that just always is there. And it's an opportunity to realize that we don't have to be approved of. Like, do you know this channeling book? Do you know how many people don't like the topic of it? It freaks them out or whatever. So that's my biggest thing in my life. Oh gosh, are people gonna approve of this? But I got over it a while ago, but nobody likes to feel judged or rejected. So you just have to know what is your path. Like, beyond the nonsense on earth, we're here for a reason. That's that spirit warrior. And you're going to find these challenges that kind of push you to really find that fire inside, your truth. And you know who you are and why you're here, and then you just don't back down. But you also feel the love and support from your guides, from God, from Source. It's all around us. So feel into that. Yes, you can feel alone and sad, but I promise, because I've been through it, and they're telling us it's going to be so beautiful, though. You're going to make lovely new connections. So I hope that helps. And let me see, any other questions here? And for reading questions, place them below in the little comment box for all of our friends that are new. You're welcome, Angie. Thank you. Okay, so flowing over. Thanks, Erica. Hi, Layla. Hi, Doug. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. Leslie, hi, dear Amy. Are there any messages about how the pandemic will impact the energies in 2022? Whoo, and you got a couple likes. I think you all can vote up the questions, which is cool, and that's a great one for collective. Thank you for asking. I am intrigued myself to see what they say. So people think sometimes that being in this line of work that I know everything, and I sit asking questions all day and do readings for I want to know for the collective, and I really don't. I'm a human, and I have my family and my day-to-day life. So unless they just bring through information because I'll need it to support a client, I have to tune in, and I haven't really tuned into this, so I'm just as intrigued as you are. So let's see what they're saying. You know that picture from Dolores Cannon where it was this symbolic photo or painting of the earth separating into the two realms, like the new earth, the birthing of the new earth? That's what I'm seeing, but it's going to really separate a bit more. So they're saying, you've seen this, we all understand what's happening right now, there's different perspectives and realities that people are experiencing, so there'll be more of that, but it's going to lift in vibration. And they want me to tell you, no fear, no one's really going to be left behind. There was also that fear, oh my gosh, if I go to the fifth dimension, I'm going to lose my family, my friends, I'm never going to see them. It's not like that. They're still here and physical, but your awareness and your energy is now in a new vibration. So there will be more of that. And there's going to be a lot of, they show me April, June, and July. Did we skip a month? March, April. Yeah, May. They're not talking about May, so that's weird. April, June, July are big months of, I'm hearing activation. And I see a lot of light codes coming in. And so if you get a little tired, just know they're probably building you up so you can hold that new light code that comes in ahead of time. So if you feel your energy shifting ahead of time, I've noticed that the light working community will often feel and have experiences, and then a couple weeks later the broad collective will have that. So we've already gone through it, we can hold space. But they're talking about, okay, I'm hearing ascension and symbols. There's going to be signs in our society and community that will show us that's very symbolic of the growth and the ascension. And to create a new world, the old world has to adjust, shift, I'm hearing be demolished. So there are aspects where things are just going to collapse, but the new will come up. And the new is already there. So you don't really have to be worried or scared. The new was already there, they're saying, waiting to finally take its place. So we're talking about every system on earth, economy, housing, pharmaceutical, everything, political, environment, like they're talking about everything. So that will happen over this year. What from a personal, intimate space, you're going to start having information come through that's going to be like, what? Wow, okay. So let's say that your pre-birth plan, you had this important thing you were going to do on earth, but you don't know what it is, but you felt it all along. This year, you're going to have an understanding more of what it is. So they are encouraging you. Here's the month of May. They're showing in May to follow your heart. Really follow whatever comes to you that you're guided towards. If it's a topic that you're called to study, but you don't know why, study it. It's all going to support your future space. Oh gosh, okay, they're showing healing. There's going to be a lot of healing coming up in various levels and different modalities, and it doesn't have to even look like an energy healer. You know, it can be other kinds of healing. Maybe you're a teacher and you're helping your students to heal through your experiences you bring to them. You know what I mean? Like maybe you work in an office and you help by providing information and support to your colleagues. It's not just like my line of work at all. So flow into that, they're really saying. And what else? Okay, I'm hearing the word vindication, and what they're showing is some countries are finally going to be heard. Like some of the communities that want these changes and they want more freedom and sovereignty will finally see results. So I'm doing a general collective kind of reading here, and we're all at different places and stages of that process. But that's what they're saying in uprising. I'm hearing there's going to be an uprising. But they're saying that the light workers, the ones who are uprising, there doesn't have to be violence. It's not like that. It's just letting our voices be heard and recognized and not backing down until it's heard. So that's something they're talking about there. There's going to be this feeling like after you have this intense workout or you've been training for so long, there's this feeling of feeling strength at the end of all of this. The whole process has helped you to really dig in deep and find who you are and know who you are. So that's why they're showing me all these light codes coming in, which is like a remembrance. It's a frequency from, there's a lot of star beings around. So the star seed races are supporting so much. The Syrians are here, the Arcturians are here, Palladians I'm feeling, Andromedians. We have a funny way, my guides and I, of saying that word. But who else? The Lyrians, they're all here. So they give us strength and they give us information and they help bring in these codes for peace. And that's why you're holding it. So the human body has changed over the generations, and the DNA is so important. Your DNA is important. It's quantum technology. It's amazing. And the light codes that come in are like upgrades to your DNA. So I don't even feel that we're a human like we were before. And once you start having these light body activations and all your clair senses tune in, and you start just astral traveling, you know, or remembering past lives, and all of that happens, you're going to find, oh wow, okay, we've completely shifted. Some of that, or a big majority of that, are the support that comes through from your soul energy. And many of us here are connected to star beings, and we're here to support Earth right now. So you're going to find that your calling comes through this year, amplified. All this extra info is really fun. I'm just sharing what they're saying and adding a little bit of context behind it. What else? So when it gets to October, November, and December, it's going to be a little sticky. We're going to feel like we're now pushing through some new energy, but the apex had already been reached over the summer. So flow into that. A lot of self-reflection, and I would encourage you to do light body baths. Clear every day, strengthen your light. So I like to clear the aura outside of me, and then go up from the root and bring light into each chakra. And as the light comes in, it'll flush out energies, and do a little meditation to release cords and hooks and imprint stuff that doesn't belong to you. I have a lot of free meditations at spiritschoolonline.com, and then in the book, the new one, The Ultimate Guide to Channeling, a lot of practicing and each one builds upon the other one. So I'm teaching you the steps and the aspects so that you can then do it naturally on your own and understand what each thing means and create your own meditations. But I would encourage you to do intentional light body shower, bath, cleanses, and you can do that visualization with intention and calling your team to come around, bring that light in. Also, sound is so important right now. It's really been coming through, and especially working with tuning forks, it helps with the plasma light body. I've been seeing so much about the plasma light body since the 22nd or 2022, since January 1st of 2022. I have been seeing a lot of plasma body adjustments and activations in my sessions, and I think that's one of the next places we're going in that advancement. It's going to be really important. So the tuning forks will bring a resonating frequency into the plasma light body. If you feel undercharged, it will boost it, and it's like a low battery, and it shocks it, zoop, and just boom, brings all the energy back around. So that's important. But if you're trying to clear, or maybe you feel out of sorts and you're sad, depressed, or agitated, start working with tones on a playlist, or you can use the crystal bowls. You can kind of see a few behind me, Tibetan bowls, tuning forks, whatever. But that's going to help you get into that space and balance not only your mind to a calm, still point, but your heart and your gut and everything. So that's a tool. This whole experience would really support you over the next year. And then your energy field will build from there. So you really be able to hold it. So yeah, okay, let me just see. Welcome everybody. Hi, hello, so many friends. Oh, I'm glad it's resonating and that it's helping. Light activator. I had a dream about the new earth and the activations happening through the clouds. It was quite interesting. Oh, I bet. When I've been looking at the clouds, I've been seeing colors in them, and then I blink and I look again and it's gone. So I know I'm using my mind's eye as well. And there's a lot of they're saying protection, love, support energies coming in, and you might see that from the clouds, the energy, kind of how the sun sparkles, like reflects off of the clouds. And Jack Dills, I've noticed I've been crying a lot. Go for it. It's so healing. Nothing feels better than a good cry at the end. Like, my eyes are puffy and my face is all red, but it's good to let it out, especially if you can feel it, think it, see what it's about, and let it go. So often we feel like we have to be strong and we have to store this energy or block it out, and when we cry, we're releasing everything that's built up. So that's really important. And then you can go to the next stage if you feel like, okay, that's good. Now I feel like I might need some support, so then you can do some repair of your chakras or your aura and really build it up depending on how intense everything was for you. So yeah. Hi Catherine, hello. Oh, Lexi says, thanks a lot, Amy. I feel very safe to hear not to be afraid. So much fear in people. There is fear, and it's understandable. But it's like, what is being done to help us? Because we're so competent and capable. We're so strong and powerful. We can get through everything. I think the fear, a little bit of it is artificially enhanced to keep us back from ascending into the light space, a form of programming. And you know, right when this whole lockdown situation happened and I was like, what is this all about? I mean, there's things I can't talk about on social media because I don't want to get censored. You know what I'm talking about. But the first thing they said was the fear is the virus. That's what they said, because I was like asking about that. So just know that if you can calm your system and release the fear, we can work through anything. Like it can be resolved. But fear has this way of helping, or not helping, but it has a way of petrifying us where we just can't move. And then the energy can consume us. So breath work, meditation, high vibrational music, positive conversations, salt baths, like salt, baking soda, clay baths will really help to detox your body physically and energetically. So supportive. Community, if you can start, like, you know, I don't know, find a meetup group, take a class, take a yoga class, get active physically, and then look at your, you can look at your hormones, and you can look at your, I'm hearing nutraceuticals, like your, minerals and vitamins. I'm just seeing a lot of pictures. And then green juicing would be really supportive. So there's ways to help support physical, and there's ways to help support energy, and it all is going to help your entire well-being. And I think one thing, well, I don't think, I know, they're telling me also, they're confirming, we're stepping into a space where we're more responsible for our health. And that means every aspect. There's so much information and tools out there, and we don't have to. Do you know how many times the food pyramid has changed in my lifetime, right? So you don't have to go off of these notions of what other societal resources and professionals say. Like, look to see what's the best for your body type, and look to see what's the best for your sleep schedule, and look to see, you know, what's your favorite form of meditation or exercising. But you just find the ways that help support you, and that is a holistic experience, so it'll help your entire well-being. So yeah, vitamins, high vibrational food, absolutely, and a lot of sunlight. You know, do it responsibly if you have fair skin like I do. This girl has freckles going. I'm naturally part red hair, like you can't tell right now, but I have undertone of red hair, and so I'm sensitive to the sun, but go out when it's not super bright and just, you know, let it come in. That light, the frequencies, the codes are very, very supportive. Patricia says, I've been gaining weight like crazy through these intense energies. Should I be concerned? Well, gaining weight, there's a lot of reasons, right? So I couldn't just speak for everybody, because it can be hormones, it can be lack of movement, it can be the foods, and it can be your mood and the energy. So they're saying, okay, just adjust everything. Go back to one thing a week, like start redoing your day-to-day, your food and your activity level. And then if that doesn't help, you might look at your vitamins that you need to bring in and these kinds of things. So I wouldn't be fearfully concerned, but if you're noticing something and you're like, okay, then look into it and what can you do to support it. So Lexi, thanks for your question. I'm just reading it one more time to make sure I answered. Messages about how the pandemic will impact energies. Okay, yeah, I think I answered that. So it'll play out differently across the board for every community and then broad. So your local township, or, you know, your local city, and then state, country. But I feel really positive about everything, and so that's the only thing I can feel in my heart. I mean, I can't even flow back to trying, or it just seems positive to me in every way. So we'll keep, I'm down for that. We'll keep that flowing.